So welcome to the Closing Cycles Masterclass Energetics. We're going to be doing it all here now. So I am beyond excited. Thank you for being here. And I love you all. I just love you all. So I'm just going to bring myself up
Gonna
here,
be doing it all here.
just in case someone starts commenting on Facebook, because we're actually live Facebook, just so you guys know, and we are recording. I do put this up in YouTube and you can watch it as many times as you like. So yay. Okay, I'm just going to let you know that I have not prepared a thing. I haven't prepared anything. Every single thing that I say on these masterclasses, whether you're in my paid containers or in masterclasses like this, I have not prepared a damn thing. Haven't prepared anything, okay? All I know is that we're going to be closing some cycles today. All I know is that we're coming up to the end of a 9-year, numerology number 9. We're going into a year 1, okay? So we need to clear out some shizness so that we're not bringing all this energy into next year. Okay, I am also going to let you know that I do have a signature program that I've created. I've already got one person in there, so I will be talking about that at some point, but I don't put any pressure on anyone to purchase anything from me. I really honestly don't. I hate it when people put pressure on me to purchase. I need to think about it. I need to process it. I have an emotional wave that I need to ride. And if I don't ride that wave, then it doesn't work out. All right, it just doesn't work out. I've spent so much money on purchasing from people that have put a little bit of pressure on me or a lot of pressure on me, and it never works out. I always regret buying that way. So I don't put any pressure on anyone because I know everybody has their own way of coming to an answer, and I'm not going to put that pressure on anybody. I don't do the whole early bird special thing. The price is the price. That's it. I don't do the first 5 people to join in get a certain price. I used to do that. I don't do that kind of stuff anymore because I just think when I'm ready to make a decision, I'm going to make a decision. I don't care if there's, 5 people already in there and I'm the 6th and I miss out on that price or whatever. It's just, that's the way that I like to purchase. And so that's the same way I like to sell. Okay, does that make sense? All right, cool. So I am going to mention that towards the end, but I'm going to drop a few things here. I'm going to go, this is what we do in Sacred Fire. That's the name of my signature program. Okay, so again, I haven't prepared anything other than that. Okay, because every single thing that comes out of my mouth, even now as I'm telling you, all the things that come out of my mouth is purely channeled. I don't have any say about what comes through at all. I set the intention, and then what comes through comes through. And this is where a lot of us you'll see me do that kind of go, oh my God, like, that was really good information. Thank you. Wherever that came from, I know it came from God, source, divine intelligence, whatever you want to call the cosmic energy. But I'm like, that was really great. Thank you for giving me that. So just letting you know, whatever comes through, comes through. If you are here watching this, something is going to come through that is meant for you. I trust that with all of my heart and all of my soul. Okay. And that's the thing with everything that I do. I just trust everything that I do. And I used to not. I used to be trusting when I was talking. I used to be trusting when I was channeling. And after I would finish channeling, I'd be like, oh my God, I am a very good channel. I don't know. I can't explain it. I just know things that I don't know how I know. And I just know things, and then whatever comes into my head, I don't give it enough time to second guess it. It just comes out. There's that whole no filter. Sometimes you'll hear me go that, like, hold on, because it's like it's not making any sense to me what's coming through, and so I'll be like, I just need to reword that. It's not filtering it, it's just rewording it, because the cosmic energies, some of the things that come into my brain, where I get the information from, there's not necessarily a human experience behind it. So sometimes I have to humanize what the cosmics is telling me. So that's sometimes when I'll be like, let's reword that a bit. Or I'll go, what am I trying to say? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Hold on. And so I just need to process it just that little bit deeply. And then what comes through, comes through. So yay. If you're on Facebook and you want to join in on the Zoom, please do so. I put the link for the Zoom in the comments. And then that way we can have like a bit of a chat back and forth at some point. Okay, so I'm going to ask some questions. Who here has felt like this year has been a year of initiation after initiation after initiation after initiation after initiation? Like, yeah, me too. It started, I probably didn't start, but one of the things was March. In March, we decided we were going to renovate our ensuite, and all the ensuite furniture came the wrong color. So the tall boy thing and the vanity were a different color to the light, the mirror, and like I am convinced that we got the wrong toilet as well, but it's like we had all this that we had to deal with. Then somebody drove their car into our investment property house. Drunk driver. So no insurance. They don't cover that for insurance. So we have to fork out money that we didn't know. We didn't know that we had to fork out money. They kept saying, oh, we're not going to tell you what happened. We don't know. We don't want to tell you any of the information about this person, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, what? We live in New South Wales. What do you think we're going to do? Like, drive up to the top of Queensland, spend 14 hours driving up there to go and talk to him? Like, no. So they wouldn't give us any information. And now we found out last week that we have to fork out the gap, $500 excess, because he's uninsured and he's refusing to pay for it. And it's like, where's his accountability? You know, that's just like a few little things. My husband's job was up in the air for most of the year, and then he stopped getting paid all of a sudden. It was like 12-hour notice, FYI, there's no more money for you. So he's had to find a job, like it's just initiation after initiation after initiation. And this year has asked us to expand and to grow and to understand more things than ever before. Have you felt that? Like, I felt like there is no way I'm the same person today as what I was 11 months ago. No freaking way, right? And this is a lot of the thing that I've found is that everything that you go through, you grow through, right? And so Jamie Lynn, if you're there, I might get you to put silent. I'm just going to mute you because I can hear your kids having fun in the bath. Yeah, and it's actually asked us to become different people. Okay, it's all right. It's all good. I just muted you. And so this is the thing, right? We've actually had to grow so much this year, more than any other year that I can remember. I've had to grow so much. And the thing is, if there is any kind of resentment for the initiations that we've had to go through, if there is any kind of why me kind of energy that we bring with us, and it's not intentional, like we're not intentionally going, oh, you know what will be really fun if we victimize ourselves right now? Like that would be really fun. But I'm sure at some stage I've been the same. at some stage I've gone, really, God, really? Now this? I've said that more times this year than I care to admit. Like, really, God? Really? All right, we're doing this then. You know, and we've had to learn to surrender this year more than any other year that I can remember. You felt that as well? You know, just like, fuck. Sometimes that's literally the only word that can come out of your mouth is just, fuck, now this. So any of those energies that we've picked up along the way, we have to release. And I was going to say repel, but that's not the right word. I feel like there's a little bit of acceptance that needs to come through there. Acceptance and releasing, okay? And it's not accepting your responsibility and your role in it all. It is that, and also shit happens. Shit just happens. You know, it's just the way it is. Do you guys like my Christmas mug? My daughter bought me a Christmas mug. And that's just what it is. It just is what it is. Okay. And I feel like this industry makes us go, well, what was I thinking when that happened? And what was I feeling when that happened? And what did I do to create that to happen? And it drives me absolutely bonkers. Right? Drives me insane. There is lessons in everything. Yes. There is a chance to grow and to learn. Yes. But some of the things that happen in our life, we've been told that we have to have absolutely 100% responsibility for every single thing. But sometimes things happen to us, through us, for us, because of us, to initiate us. Okay, does that make sense? It's to initiate us. So I remember when I was hairdressing here, and I'm pointing here because I now have a station because I'm doing bridal hair again because I'm so excited. I need to work with my hands. I've understood that about myself. I need to work with my hands, not just my energy flow. But when I was hairdressing here, I had a client that was very mystical. She was very spiritual. And she went to a shop not far from here. And there was a lady that was getting really, really, really upset. She had had a bad shopping experience and she was really, really upset. She was like yelling and screaming and throwing things. And my client was there witnessing this. And she was very, 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 very rude. And then I don't know if the police were called, but I think like there was some kerfuffle and she got kicked out. And my client was like, what did I do to cause that? What did I do? Like, what was I thinking to create that around me? And I said, are you freaking kidding right now? What do you mean? What did you do to create that? Well, we all create every single aspect of our reality. And so like, what was the lesson there? And what did I have to learn from that? And, you know, what did I do to cause that woman to go cranky near me? Like she nearly hit me when she was throwing things, like the thing nearly bounced off and hit me. And like, I was like, no, can we please just stop for a moment? What did you do after that woman got kicked out? She goes, well, I went straight up to the counter, the lady behind the counter, and I was like, are you okay? And I was nurturing her because she was crying and upset, and I was helping her. And, you know, of course I couldn't just leave her. And, you know, I ended up helping her. And I said, well, maybe the reason why that happened and why you were present there is because you were that lady's earth angel at that moment. Not because you caused it, but because out of all the people in all the world, in all the situations at that moment, you were the best person for that job. So that happened to her, through her, because of her, for her to understand that that was her role. And then she came and spoke to me about it, and I was just a lonely. I wasn't lonely. I was just a hairdresser here doing her hair. And then at that moment, I was her earth angel. And I could have gone, well, why is this woman whinging in my chair? What did I do to cause this woman to whinge to me? Like, I'm a hairdresser. People whinge all the time. Like, people are going to tell me things that they've experienced. And a lot of my clients were very spiritual, and I just had this knowledge that I didn't even know that I knew. And they were telling me, because at that moment, she needed an earth angel, and it was me. You know? I went to a course. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but anyway, I went to a course up in Queensland, and we had to, as part of the thing, we had to go out into the public in the middle of the Gold Coast and go and talk to people about our business, just to get used to talking to people about our business. And the woman that was running it, she's like, this is not to pitch. You're not pitching. You're just talking about your business. Okay. You're talking about what you do and how you do it. Right. And we had to talk to at least one person. And this woman was sitting on the bench. These two women were sitting on the bench there. And I started to walk over towards them, and she gave me the bit of a stink eye. And I was like, okay, maybe I don't go there. But my intuition kept telling me to go. My intuition was like, go and talk to her, go and talk to her. And I was like, she's giving me the stink eye. I don't want to go over there. Like, but no, I had to go. I kept looking over at her. And even though she was giving me the stink eye, I knew that I needed to talk to her. And I went over to her, and the woman that she was talking to was like, fuck this shit, you guys are bloody pissing me off, and rah, rah, rah. And I was like, oh, okay. And I said, I don't mean to interrupt you. She goes, well, you are interrupting us. And she got up and she walked off. I was like, I'm not here for her, I'm here for her. And that lady was sitting there, and she goes, look, I'm just trying to have a conversation with my sister. She's going through some stuff. And you're the third person that's come up to me and wanted to talk to me. And I said, well, is your sister all right? And she goes, no, she's just lost a job. She's stressed out about money. I'm sitting here copying it because she's angry, and she's my sister and I love her, and I want to be there for her, and I want to listen to her, and you guys keep interrupting me. And I said, well, I'm sorry your sister going through that. I said, but I'm really sorry you're copying it. Like, I'm sorry that you have to sit here and cop this. And she goes, well, I'm just trying to be a good sister. And she's like really going, and it's really hard for me. And like, she was getting so upset, and she's like, it's hard for me to watch someone I love go through something hard. And she was like the tears were starting to run. And I said, you know what? You're a really good sister. And I'm proud of you for sitting here and helping her through that, even though it's not easy for you. And she's like, thank you. Thank you. I said, just take a minute. Like, we'll just sit here for a second because she needs to cool off a little bit and you just need to have a moment. So I'm just going to sit here with you for a moment and just take a big breath. And then when you've taken that big breath, I'm going to go. Take another big breath on your own and then go over and talk to her. And she's like, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. She goes, thank you so much. Thank you for that. And I was like, no problem. Like, I didn't even think twice of it. I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. It's nothing. It's just what I do, you know. And I went off and I talked to somebody else. And then I came back to the group, and the three people that tried to talk to her, they were like, and there was so many others that were like, I wanted to talk to her, but that stink eye scared me off. And the woman that was facilitating the whole thing, she goes, you were chosen. You didn't back down from that. All these other people were asked to do exactly the same thing you did, and they couldn't do it because you trusted your intuition. You knew you needed to interrupt that for a moment so that she could have that peace for a minute. And it nearly broke my heart. Like in a good way though, in a good way. Like I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize that's what happened. I didn't understand that that was my role in things. And I feel like this is what's leading into this, is a lot of the things that you think, you know, it's scary, or, you know, I'm not sure if I can do that, or, you know, any moments like that, this is where you go, no, my intuition is never wrong, and my intuition is telling me to do the thing. And the outcome, you may never understand the outcome. You may never understand the ripple effect that you have from those moments. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you don't know the outcome. It doesn't matter that you don't understand the ripple effect that you have from that moment. I will never understand that woman up in Queensland. And now that I'm not doing hairdressing anymore, I don't talk to that client. I don't know the ripple effect of my influence in those moments. But I'm okay with that. And I feel like some of the reasons why we get in our head so much is because our ego needs to see our ripple effect. It's like, I need to know what kind of influence that I had so I can market that and leverage that even more. And sometimes we would just never know. And you need to be okay with not knowing your exact impact from certain things. And your ego is there going, no, but we need to understand, we need to know. I need to know what... No, you don't. We don't. So I feel like that's why I was telling you. Because I had the need to tell that story. And I might not ever know the outcome of that. That story might percolate with you for a little bit and be like, oh yeah, I've noticed when I've done stuff like that. And when you're in complete flow and you're in complete harmony with who you are and what you're here to do, those moments there mean the world. And it actually sometimes means more than the money that's coming into your bank account. It's like, I actually helped that person. Even if it was only for a few moments, I helped in some way. That's where our fulfillment comes into place. So please understand that not every single thing you're going to understand the impact of. And that's beautiful, and that's perfect, and that's amazing. And that's why when we do our content and things like that, a lot of the time, sometimes when you do content from a place of I've got to sell something, I want to sell something, I've got to sell something, instead of a place of I know I need to post this because someone's going to get some value from that. You know, someone's going to understand themselves slightly better from this post. You have created impact. You have served to some degree. And all that service is going to come back to you tenfold. Money is a byproduct of this service. Money is a byproduct of the frequency in which you emit out to the world. But when we focus so much on the money coming in, it can sometimes interrupt the flow of the magic that's coming out. Oh, that's really good. Oh my God, that's gold. I need to write that down. What the hell did I just say? When you worry or when you focus on what's coming in, is that right? It can dilute the magic that's going out. And this is what we mean when we say give from overflow. Right? Give from overflow. And the thing is that the magic comes from within us. The magic comes from within here. Is this making sense, you guys that are watching on Facebook? Is this making sense to you? just comment. You got the chat here as well in the Zoom. Because the magic is within here. And if you're so worried about what's coming in as validation, as money, as, you know, signs, then you're diluting the magic coming out from within you. Because even signs, like sometimes we go, oh, I've received this amazing download and I understand it and I've got the frequency of it and I can see it unfolding for me and it's beautiful and it's love and it's kindness and this is like sometimes when I get a download, it's like I get everything. I get what the copy looks like or what the copy says. I get what the branding looks like. I get the price of it. I get the outcomes. I get everything all at once. And sometimes I'm frantically writing it all down so I can make sure that I get it out properly. You know, and it's in those moments where I'm like so in tuned with it. And then sometimes someone will say, oh, that's not enough. Like you need to charge more for that, or that branding's not quite there, or, you know, and then you listen to all these external validations. Or you start saying, give me a sign that I'm on the right path. Give me a sign that this is the right program. And God's there going, I fucking gave it to you. I'm sure God doesn't swear, but I do. I gave it to you so you can go and do something with it because the world needs this thing. Go and do it. And I'm there going, oh, you know, if I find a white feather on the driveway within the next 24 hours, I'll follow through with it. And God's like, dude, just do the thing, man. I literally laid it out on a silver platter and gave it to you with every detail you could possibly need. Why are you second guessing it now? Go and do the thing. You're waiting for signs and you're losing the momentum. God wants you to follow through with those actions. Okay, so this is where we're going to now do some energetic work, because this is all the kind of stuff that we're going to do in Sacred Fire, right? It's really bringing it home. It's really actually embodying this, because the truth of the matter is we're not creating anything. We're not creating anything. Everything is being created, right? Even technology that we haven't yet seen is being created. It's already created, right? But we had to learn how to use the iPhone before we can go and learn how to use that thing. So that's why the iPhone came first, or whatever it is. Do you know? That's why this year we had to go through all these initiations so that next year we've already been through it all. We don't bring it into the next year as well. Because these initiations, unless you really embody the frequency of it and transmute it, you're going to bring it with you. You're just going to recreate the same year again. And we're not here for that kind of shit anymore. You know, so we've just got to bring it home. So you're not creating income. You're not creating money. Money is already created. You're just releasing the resistance for it to come to you. And this is the thing that messes up with so many people. It's like, oh, I've got to find, or I've got to create, or I've got to manifest $2,000 by the end of the year. And it's like, it's already just available to you. Just put an offer together and put it out there, and somebody will probably purchase from it. If it's aligned, if you take the action and you stop worrying and stop thinking like and hoping and wishing, when you know that you have something valuable to offer. And sometimes it might take a little bit of time for it to really cement in and to really, you know, for all the pieces to fall together properly. And that's okay. But a lot of people see that, like those little tweaks and stuff like that, as, oh, it failed, or it wasn't good enough, or I'm not good enough, or it's taking away that story about it. Okay, that didn't work. what was about it and feel into what was it about it that didn't work. Why didn't that work the way it could have? Because a lot of the time you probably go, I need a sign to make sure that this is the right thing, or something ridiculous. Okay, so this is the kind of stuff that we do in Sacred Fire. We are going to do some energy work in a minute. I do just want to talk about Sacred Fire first, because I have learnt my lesson over the time. I've been doing this for a long time now, and every time I do the frequency and the energy work first before I talk about my offer, everyone is like in such either an energetic high or an energetic release, or they're a bit zonked out because I've just released something from them, and then they're like, yeah, I'm just going to sit with this for a few days. And so I'm just going to say, so I've got Sacred Fire. It's a 33-day program, offer, portal, container, whatever the fudge you want to call it. I don't really mind. It is a one-on-one session, 30-minute one-on-one session at the beginning. And then we go through 33 days of transmissions from this year into next, releasing those last little dregs of things, really embodying what you want 2026 to look like for you. And then we're going to do another one-on-one session at the end of that. I'll probably go for half an hour, may go for a bit longer than that. It is $888. There are payment plans available as well. That is in Australian dollars. I don't charge in US dollars, so it's 888 Australian dollars. And if you want it, let me know. I'll actually just pop the link here, in there, and I'll pop the link in here, and then that way if you want it, you've got it. Okay, so let's do some energy work. Jamie Lynn, are you ready for some energy work? I was just going to say, like, while you're bathing the kids, you'll absorb what you need to absorb. And then if you want to go back and listen to it later, you're ready. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, all right. Let's take a sip of your tea or your coffee or your Milo or whatever you got. And let's do some energy work. So this energy work, there will be a sprinkling of energy work like this through Sacred Fire. Jamie Lynn's already in for Sacred Fire. Yay! And she did Sacred Fire the original round. She was an OG Sacred Fire person, and she literally bought a house and a car in that time. It was just nuts.
And Harley.
And a Harley. I forgot about the Harley. Sorry, you didn't though. You're just like, that's my baby. That's my baby bumblebee or...
That's my queen bee. Yeah, my queen bee.
Queen bee, yes. Yes, I did forget about the Harley. Sorry. Forgive me. Will you forgive me?
You're forgiven.
Oh, thank you. This is like, I'm not a bike person, so she definitely is. All right. Okay. So just getting into a nice comfortable position. Again, I have no idea what we're going to be doing, but I know it's going to be powerful. So hold on to your hats, guys. It always is powerful, isn't it, Jamie Lynn? It's like sometimes when I do this kind of stuff, I'm like, I'm just going to just channel this whole thing. And I'm like, wow, that was really fucking good. That was really good. Okay, so I am going to turn the aircon on. Even though energy work sometimes, the energy work, I either get really, really hot or I get really, really cold while I'm doing it. And I have a feeling I'm going to get really hot because I'm already starting to, like, the energy is like pulsating through me. And I must say, this morning I woke up and I was like pulsating with energy. My whole body was like, you know, just pulsating with this frequency. And I'm like, is this for later? Or is this for me? And it was like, both. So like I can already feel the pulsating starting to come through. So whatever we're doing, it's going to be good. Okay, so closing your eyes down. I just feel like just like hunching your body over a little bit and just kind of stretching out your vertebrae, stretching out your spine a little bit. Just like pushing your spine back, if that makes sense. Just rounding it right down into the sacral, into the base. And I'm already releasing energy. Okay. All right, and then just straighten back out to your comfortable position. Okay, good. And maybe just round your shoulders back just a little bit. So open up that heart space somatically. And then when you're ready, just get back into your natural position. Just relax your face down. And you just do a big breath in through the nose and into your stomach and hold that breath for me. Feel the stillness of your body. And release that breath, releasing any tension around your heart space and your shoulders. Another big breath in through the nose and into your stomach and hold that breath for me. Feel your lungs expanded and your diaphragm expanded. Feel your stomach expanded. Feel all that pressure within your body. And release that breath. One more big breath in through the nose and into your stomach. And release that breath. And as you relax into your natural breathing rhythm, feel your body relax more and more. Your toes, your ankles. Feeling your knees and your hips relax, the tension. Feeling your shoulders and your jaw relax. And in this moment, you might realize how much tension you actually hold on to on a daily basis. You feel that you don't have to hold on to that anymore. The actual physical tension within your body. I want you to feel into what it feels like when you remove some of that tension within the body. Feel like this is going to be a very in-body, activation and release today. This is not so much about the cosmic vibes and the releasing of negative thoughts and negative experiences and all of that kind of stuff. It's not a cosmic renewal. It's a body renewal today. Because the truth is that a lot of the experiences that we have within our life and within our emotions, we actually hold it in the body. And when you just allow the body to fully relax, and you'll find that a release just happens naturally. Because this year has been initiation after initiation. This year has tested and changed you. And the body holds on to all that. And I just want you to feel safe to just fully relax, whether that's rounding your shoulders, it's sinking into yourself. Don't worry about your posture right now. Just fully relax your body. And then relax it a little bit more. And then relax it a little bit more. And feel the tension just draining out of you. Just feeling it release. Because right now you are completely safe. It's releasing into your hips, ladies. We store a lot of tension and a lot of memory, traumatic memory in our hips. And it might feel weird at first. It might feel very strange in your body to be like, what, tension? I don't have to hold on to it anymore, but I'm just used to it. It's become a habit. And this actually brings me back to yesterday when I was laying on the lounge. Yesterday I was laying on the lounge, but I was still holding the tension. So I was holding my body vertically instead of horizontally. That's the only difference between rest and not rest sometimes. And I had to keep telling my body, just relax, just relax, just relax, just relax, just relax, just relax. We're safe. And I actually want to energetically plant a seed within your third eye. And the seed in your third eye is everything that you have always wanted, like truly wanted, not something that somebody once said that they had and there was a touch of envy that was like, oh, maybe I want that as well. Maybe the envy there is that I want that thing. And it wasn't the envy of her having that thing or him having that thing. It was the envy of the energy and the frequency that he was or she was in at that moment. It's like, I want that frequency. Don't necessarily want the private jet, but I want the frequency of being able to have one. So just planning in your third eye that everything that you've actually truly wanted is within reach. It is available to you. And understanding that it takes patience and it takes coherence and it takes commitment and it takes confidence to know that it's yours for it to come to you. And there's no amount of quantum leaping that you can energetically do if you don't have that coherence, if you don't have that confidence that it's yours. And in your third eye, I want to place that all those things that you can see for yourself have already been created for you, to you, through you, because of you. And then bringing that energy up into your crown and feeling it in there. Because that crown space for us is that connection to divine intelligence. The connection in our third eye is connection to divine intelligence, and spreading that frequency down into your jaw, down into your throat, bringing that frequency down into your heart space, down into your solar and your sacral and your base chakra, spreading it all through your body. Because if there's resistance that's in your body, this is going to drown it out. The frequency of knowing, that conviction, that confidence, once it's spread all through the body in this relaxed state, there is no room for resistance to live within the body anymore. And you can feel the more convicted you are in your heart space, the less resistance that is there. And you can feel that the more conviction that you have in your solar plexus, the more confidence that you have, the more wisdom that you have within your solar plexus, the less resistance that is there. And the more that you feel that creativity of that thing, feeling that thing that you've always wanted becoming a reality in your sacral, there's less resistance there. And in your base, the more that you feel aligned and feel safe having the thing that you want to have, the less resistance will be there. Feel that grow within your body. Feel the confidence and conviction grow in your body as the resistance releases. Get smaller and smaller and smaller. Naya kalaramoto, shikena ki alaramoto, hea kena ki rasin motuko, larabote ki kirna ki atruko. Knowing that the year one is approaching, knowing that a new year is approaching and there's a new frequency within it. And now you get to walk and talk and be as the beautiful, bold you, the soul remembered. This is not you trying to be someone else. This is not you trying to be the best version of yourself. This is just you remembered. Your soul already knows everything. Your higher self already knows everything. And the more that you tune into that frequency, everything else will just sort itself out. You don't need to become the version of you who blah, blah, blah. You don't need to become the multi-million-dollar version of you. Because you already are that. You just got to remember it. You were literally born to be that. Somewhere along the line that's been distorted, and now today here you can feel that part of yourself returning. Feel into your heart space and feel into your soul returned. That remembrance that you are blessed by the heavens. And all you need to do is remember that. And all you really need to do is to follow your intuition. Because your intuition knows I want you just to please just bow your head down a little bit and expose the frequency at the base of your skull and at the tip of your spine. Feel into that energy there. And just visualizing that the cosmic energies of God is pouring a warm golden frequency in that spot, the base of your skull and at the tip of your spine, where your nervous system really starts. And you can feel God pouring this warm golden light. It's the same frequency as Him. And there are light codes that are written within this of joy, of authenticity, of abundance, of love. And feel the energy and the frequency of that coming up into your brain and relaxing your brain. So you don't have to try and think of the what's and the whys and the hows and all the things. You don't need to think about that anymore. It will come to you when it comes to you, and then you follow that intuition. That's surrender, that's trust. And those codes are reaching in and recoding your brain to look for the opportunities and to acknowledge the frequency of yourself, of your soul. Because your brain is only here to decipher what the body is telling you, what your intuition is telling you. Because that's how God communicates, through your emotions and your intuition in your body. Nā lamroko se ate ana kia tōko. Shana hea kia ro mutoro. Se ate ana kia ana kara mutoro. Naya naya kia ro mutoro. And just like that, within your brain, any energies and frequencies that are not aligned with your highest of good are dissolved. And then bringing that golden frequency down into your jaw, letting the tension in your jaw relax. Nā kia ramotoro ko shea ne kia taka, hahi ana kara moto, down into your throat, feeling your throat being activated, because you now get to talk about the things that you love in a way that you love, without wondering and worrying what everybody else is doing. Naya na romo shua te aki ana ka romo ko. Hea te kea te kana sine troko. And into your shoulders. Feel your shoulders relax as the golden calibration flows down your arms and into your hands and your fingertips. And then bringing that energy down into your heart space, clearing, healing, and aligning your heart space with the soul knowledge of you remembered. Naya ta kia ta romoto shokia ne kia taka. Haya naya ta romoshono kuro putaki tiki tikianaramasu. Bringing that energy and frequency down into your solar. Nea sanaro motoro ko kia nisindaki pasroko. Down into your sacral. Nea naya naro motoro ko kia te kana kia ta koro mokoro ko te shine kia ka. Ora sene kia ta hea kanaro mo. And bringing that frequency of joy, authenticity, and abundance down into your base chakra, so you feel safe to express it and to explore it and to remember it on a soul level. And then letting that seep down into your legs, your knees, your shins and calves, your ankles, right to the tips of your toes. And in this state, your soul is remembered, your soul is returned. Naya haramoto. Breathe that in. Breathe it in. Naya karamo shoro tse anakaramo toro. Feels your cells, your DNA, your subconscious and your nervous system all aligning to your remembered state. Remember who the fuck you are, because there is no other version of you. That is more powerful than right here, right now, as your remembered soul. I know that you can feel it. I know that you can understand it. One more big breath in and release. Now I want you to keep that frequency with you. But before we reconnect with reality, I want you to feel into your body and notice any changes that you can feel. Has your posture shifted? Is there less tension in your body? Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel more alive? This is how you let these things shift you and change you, because you have now changed. You have now shifted into a more powerful, remembered version of yourself. And I don't even like saying that, version of yourself. You have now realized how innately powerful you are on a soul level, on a cell level. And the only way you embody this, the only way that you let this actually shift you, is if you recognize the changes that you have within yourself. And then we take action from this frequency, from this remembered soul. Breathe that in. Relax our breath. Start becoming aware of the room around you, the noises within the room. Starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, your arms and your legs stretching out. Bringing awareness back into your torso, moving that around in your neck and opening your eyes when you're ready. Every time. Every time. Wow. Like, there is so many sparkles and things in this room right now. Like, I don't know, whenever I come out of something like that, I'm like, the world looks different. the colors and everything. It takes a little bit of time for it to adjust in your left leg and foot. It is crazy tingling. Yeah, actually, my right is. I think it might be because I was leaning on it a bit though. I think my foot's gone asleep because I've had my legs crossed the entire time. Oh, that is very weird. Yes, tingling is good as long as it feels good. You know, it doesn't feel like anything bad. Feels good. Yeah, I don't feel like it's anything bad. It just feels like releasing. And the left side is like the feminine side, right? So it's like the female frequencies have been opened up maybe a little bit for you, a bit more, the receiving, the allowing, the surrendering. And this is the thing, like when it's your leg and your foot, it's like that's the most stabilized, like when you're on your feet. Okay, it's stabilized, yes, but it's also about the movement and the direction, right? Your legs and your feet, if you just angle your feet slightly different, you're going to go on a different path, right? That's what it feels like for you. You're now able to be a bit more in the feminine side of things, which we understand, like that's something that has happened and that's fine. And now it's like, now I get to be able to understand the flow of the feminine a little bit better. That's exciting. I love that for you. Okay, so does anybody have any experience that they want to talk about or share? You can, if you're watching on Facebook, just write it in the comments if you like. Feel free to unmute yourself. Yes, Jamie Lynn.
I'll share. I thought that was fantastic. I before you said it was a body clearing and not like a let go of the old story feeling, I already felt myself like um saying like, why are you making that about you? Like I was embodying a bunch of things. And then I felt myself like clearing like all of these snakes. Like I don't I don't really know, but it was like one body, but a bunch of different snake heads. Like not like Medusa where she's got a head and then a snake. It was just like a bunch of different snake heads and they were like snapping at all of these things. And then it just kind of like all of the energy just kind of like centered back into one and then it got like really strong. It felt amazing. It was really powerful.
Yeah, amazing. That is really, really cool. What I picked up was that it was venomous,
Yeah.
right? The stakes were venomous, and it's like now all that venom gone.
It felt really peaceful after. It felt like it all just kind of like vibrated until it was like, yeah. You said something about the, I don't know if you said anything about the light or alignment or something, and I could see like all of my chakras in a line, like a stoplight. It was just kind of like all the different colors, and it was like all it like it felt really centered.
That's amazing. That's so exciting to me.
I was really cool. I was so full of visuals at this. I was like, okay, I'm here. This is good. I needed this, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, you must have needed
Because
it.
you know my kids are never quiet, so apparently I needed this.
It's like whenever we do like super crazy energy work together, your kids are like, Mum, because this has happened twice. Like
Hmm.
out of the whole time that we've been working together and I've known you. Oh, it's 11:11. I just needed to acknowledge that, you know. Yeah, it's like all like the whole time we're together, it's like every reading, every energy thing, all the time. It's like, you know, Mum's busy, just please give me a second. But like twice, one last month and one this month, it's like the kids are like,
Last,
we're just gonna leave Mum for a sec.
seriously, like last month, like they fell asleep on the floor in the living room, and I was like, what kind of bewitching just happened here? And this time, like they're both like, it's, this is bedtime. Like they're never quiet. They're like, I need to cheese it. I need this thing. And they're like, The energy was bigger than this room.
Yeah. Amazing. That's absolutely incredible. I'm so happy. I'm so glad you're in Sacred Fire because, like, Jamie Lynn's also a part of my mastermind too. So you double dosing me at the moment.
That's okay. I'll take it all. I'll take it all.
Double
Bring
dosing
in
me.
2026 like a flood.
Yeah, yeah,
Bringing it in like a flood.
100%. 100%. You're ready. You're more than ready for it. All right, cool. Susie, did you want to add anything? Or you good? You good? Okay. All right, so that's it for today. Sacred Fire, be ready for this on steroids. Like, this is just a little snippet of what it's going to be like. 33 days of intense transmissions, questions answered. You know, there's no holding back in this program. Like, there's just nothing is off limits. So if you have questions about business, you have questions about family, anything personal or anything like that, we just pop it into the Telegram group and I'll be able to channel it for you. And what happened last time was everybody learnt from everybody else. You know, like, everybody just listened to every single transmission that happened in that space, and everybody got something out of every single transmission, and it was really, really powerful. One of my other clients in there more than doubled her income for that month. And one of my other clients, not long after that, she was able to move into a new space and was able to get away from some things that were happening in the building that she needed to get away from. So good things happen from this Sacred Fire, like really, really good things happen. And a lot of it is just feeling fantastic and amazing from within and understanding your remembered soul from within. And then the external world responds to that, right? It's just what happens. We didn't go in there intentionally creating a new space for Jamie Lynn and a Harley and a car. The funny thing was, yeah, it's a beautiful community. The funny thing was, we actually did a call, I think, didn't we, Jamie Lynn? We did a call at some point for it because I just was like, oh, you know what? We're just going to address this in a call instead of in the transmission. Like, that's what I do sometimes. It's like, this is bigger than just a little 15-minute transmission. Let's have a call about it. And in the call, Jamie Lynn's was like, oh yeah, I bought a house. And I was like, what? You did what? She's like, yeah, I bought a house and I bought a Harley and I bought a car. I'm like, all within the same week? She's like, yeah. I was like, that's freaking incredible. And she was like, oh yeah, I just did it. And it's like, no big deal. I was like, it is a freaking incredible idea. Incredible ordeal. No, yeah, you know what I'm
It
talking
was like $500,000 in like the month of September. And I was like, oh yeah, I did that. Like, it didn't even occur to me that, like, I had some shifts. I was like, oh yeah, that happened. So I'm moving. And you were like, what's happening? I was like, oh yeah. So I bought,
about. Oh yeah, I bought a
oh yeah,
house.
and I bought a car, and then I bought a Harley, and then yeah, everything is yeah. Oh yeah, and I filed for divorce. It was wonderful.
Mommy, mommy,
That's literally insane.
mommy.
Okay, hey mate, love ya. You can love someone like as if, like, I don't know. I feel such a soul connection to him, um, and to Lily too. It's like they're across the other side of the world, but like energetically, we're like this. All right, so that's it from me. If you have any questions about Sacred Fire, we start on Monday. This time next week we start. So there are payment plans available in through there as well if you need a payment plan. If you want to extend the payment plan, like, I am so not concerned about so many things that other coaches are concerned about. You know, I had a client last time around that paid $55 a week for as long as it took for her to pay off that thing, because I don't mind about that kind of stuff as long as like the payments went through. I was good with that. So yeah, lots of love to you. Thank you for being here. If you're watching the replay and you want access to Sacred Fire, please let me know. Reach out to me. It is a beautiful, beautiful space. And that's all I can say. That's all I can say. I'm not going to try and convince you to join in or anything like that because I know how powerful it is. Jamie Lynn knows how powerful it is. I think Kat was in the last round too, if she's still watching on Facebook. But yeah. All right. So love ya. Love you lots. Enjoy the rest of your day and I will speak with you all soon. Mwah. Bye for now.